Hey, hi, very good morning. Welcome to the show. Today's edition of W Talk, the 23rd of July. Well, we'll be having our guests in the studios. We'll be finding out more details on the advantages of being a social influencer. Now, when it comes to the internet, the World Wide Web, and what's trending these days in this era, I should say these days right now, right here, especially when you talk about social media platforms, very important influencers play a very important role. Now, today's topic on W Talk, when we talk to women, and the topic for today would be women influencing change. Having our guest in the studio, Azra Rahman, and well, she's actually a social media influencer. And we'll be finding out more details, her lifestyle being a social media influencer. Very good morning. Welcome to the show, Azra. Azra, how have you been?
I've been good, actually.
Okay, and Azra, starting off the week, and it's a very interesting topic, influencer. Now, influencer, very important. A person like you, especially when you want to promote brands and things like that. So a social media influencer, and talking to Azra Rahman, she'll be explaining to us her journey as a social influencer. Azra, could you just share a little bit about how did you actually get started being a social influencer? You jump straight into the topic here.
Okay, firstly, I don't see myself as an influence.
Okay.
I think it's just me who like to share opinions and experience or my story. I feel like I talk about things that are relatable to other people, which leads them to follow me.
Okay.
Actually, I've been active on social media since my secondary school. It was 2003, 2004.
Wow,
like
that's a long time.
Yes, and I like it there.
Okay.
So I keep growing my audience since then.
Okay.
And I grow even faster during my during PKP actually, when I started a business.
Okay.
Yes.
So it is your personal business that you have started.
Yes, it's my personal business.
And 2003, that's when you first started.
Yes.
How long actually do you... This is one question which is probably not here, but I just want to know, how long do you spend time on the computer in the social media web?
During my secondary school, it would be like 3 to 4 hours per day.
Okay.
Yeah, and then now almost all the time.
Okay, so it's basically like your daily routine or job.
Yes.
Wake up in the morning and it's the computer.
Yeah, used to be computer, but now more on iPad and phone. Yeah.
All right. So that's how you got started from the year 2003,
yes,
and then with KP. What is this? When the lockdowns were hit, our world health crisis that we had.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would have gained more audience from that time.
Yes, correct.
Right?
Maybe nothing to do during PKP.
Yes, and everybody is paying attention to social media platforms and all that. Azra, what has been the most rewarding part of being an influencer?
All right, there's times when people come to me and thank me for sharing some input or tips, which I think are common, but to them, it's life-changing. It's changed their mindset too, actually. Okay, some even say that my life is an inspiration, but I don't feel that way because my life can also be chaotic.
Okay.
All right, but people see other sides, which I don't. That makes me appreciate my life even more.
When you said chaotic just now, Azra, that means it's like you just flow with what you feel like saying on a certain topic.
Yeah.
You do not touch sensitive issues and things like that.
Yes, correct.
And you give examples of what you go through.
Yes, correct.
And they get amused with that.
Yes.
All right.
Surprisingly.
Very.
Besides, it's the free stuff, of course.
Okay.
I got free food, free shopping voucher, and free items to review.
Okay,
that is the most rewarding part for me.
So that's when you speak about a brand or
Yes,
something
correct.
like that. And of course, How about the challenges? You know, whenever you talk about when you talk about a brand or something like that, and then you have competition out there. There's so many influencers, Ken. And what change? What challenges that you have faced along the way?
Okay, one of them is maintaining positive attitude.
Okay.
Because I am a normal human. I also go through up and down of emotion like others do.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes I feel like ranting, but I have to control myself. There are days that I feel like sleeping, not wanting to do anything.
All right.
But I still have to show up on social media.
Okay.
It's like a career now.
Okay.
You have to show up even on bad days. But I like how it positively changed me.
Okay, so that means it has to be consistent.
Yes.
Okay, and after being consistent, when you have your followers, they will always expect you to come up with something new or anything like that?
Yeah, sometimes when I silence for a while, they
Okay.
will ask, Azra, are you okay?
Alright.
Why didn't you post anything? Something like that.
Okay, so it's since the year 2003. That's when you first started, when you were during school
Yes.
days, and as time went on, you started building your followers. Kan?
Yes, correct.
And was it really difficult actually from the time that you started? I mean, besides the challenges that you had, were you confident enough to build those followers, the followings that you have?
I didn't expect it will turn out this way,
Okay.
but I just start with friend first.
Okay.
And then more followers coming from
Okay,
there.
word
Yeah.
of mouth. That's how everybody starts spreading the news.
Yeah,
like that.
correct.
Okay, so talking to Azra Rahman in the studio, women influencing change, of course, that's our topic on W Talk, and social media influencing. And well, Azra happens to be a social media influencer, and it's so nice to have her here in the studios. Thank you so much to our producers, Lisham. We have Juliana in the studios, we have Azrul in the studios, and just for heads up to our listeners, now we are live on YouTube. We are also live on Facebook, our Facebook page, that's TRAXXfm. So you could at least check us out, and probably if you have any questions or you would like to say hello or even good morning to Azra. Well, Azra, very friendly person, very bubbly when I met her in the studios, and we were having a small chat over there. And well, Azra, it's not her first time on radio though. So if you would like to say hello to her or probably good morning, please do. And probably if you have a question, you could also put it up on our comment column on social media platforms. That's on YouTube and also on Facebook, TRAXXfm, and that's where you could find us. Now we're going to take a short break here. We'll be back, and we'll be talking to Azra Rahman, more about her journey as a social media influencer. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. Hey, hi, a very good morning. This is Gilbert here. Today's edition of Momentum. Momentum is, different days with different topics. And on Tuesday, well, it's W Talk. W Talk, when we talk to women, amazing things happen. You just heard that on our promos right here on W Talk. Now, today's topic, very interesting, women influencing change. And we are talking to our guest in the studios live. It's Azra Rahman, social media influencer. And as we were talking to Azra, getting to know her on our first session there, when did she actually started getting onto social media? And it happened during 2003, right, Azra?
That's correct.
And the most rewarding part of being an influencer and all the hard times that she went through, the good times that she went through, and what is the most rewarding part? Well, I think, Azra, you did say about giveaways.
Yes,
right?
correct.
Okay, because we have a very good friend of ours also on TRAXXfm. He just happened to be an influencer, and two of them, in fact, TRAXXfm. One of them is a guy and one of them is a girl, and I've even joined them and had some good times with them, hotels and things like that, the good food that we have eaten. And as long as she gives good reviews or he gives good reviews about the hotel. So that's part of an influencer's lifestyle. They enjoy the extreme, I must say, and also with all the goodies that they get, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and yes, but besides all the good things, Azra did also have her downtime where she had to face with challenges and tackle those challenges. Very interesting. Coming up with new topics all the time, and then sometimes when you are down, when your mood is down, but when you get live onto any social media platforms, your mood has to be up there.
Yes, correct.
Correct. And then when you don't come on social media for quite some time, people start asking, are you okay, Azra? And things like that. So these are the challenges that Azra has always faced. It's not only the good times, but she's also had her bad times. And we're going to talk more about Azra right here as an influencer on social media platform. We were having an interesting conversation just before we went live on air. And I'm very surprised from what Azra said. These days, search engines have changed already. I can't believe what Azra said just now, but looks like the younger generation or the newer generation have used other mediums or other platforms as to find out more information. So
Yes, correct.
that's really surprising, Azra. Well, we'll be talking to Azra again when we get into these topics here. But first of all, Azra, what tools or platforms do you find most effective for engaging with your followers or your audience?
Okay, I personally like to spend time on Instagram and Twitter. They call Twitter X now. I have two separate audience from both platforms.
Okay.
On Instagram, you'll see the feminine side of me, very motherly, business and family minded.
Okay.
But on Twitter or X, I am more open and outspoken.
Okay.
I talk about sports, share my opinions and more, but please don't check my Twitter. As a result, I have two different crowds that I can discuss and engage with on different topics every day.
Okay, that means Asra, on different platforms you get different kind of followers.
Yes, correct.
Probably on X it might be
Youngster?
youngsters.
Yeah.
And then on Insta.
Instagram more on mother 30s and above, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so because it's like a very specific topic
Yes,
and things
correct.
like that. And actually on X, well, for me, I use X as advertising. Okay, check out this link, so on and so forth. And then when they get on to the link, I leave it very short, very
Yes,
sweet,
yes.
very simple. So different platforms have different ways of presenting.
Yes,
kan?
correct.
Okay. And okay, Azra, how do you decide what content to share or create, especially for your audience?
Okay, as I said before, I am very clear with my audience on different platforms.
Okay.
So I create contents relatable to them. Like on Instagram, I focus more tips about business, family and motherhood.
Okay.
I share more opinions and a review of products and services related to those.
Okay.
Meanwhile, on Twitter, I share more randomly depending on current issue. Sometimes I also comment on things that are not important. Maybe because I am more spontaneous there.
Okay.
Yep.
But just going out to our listeners, as you said that while also sharing the kind of content on different kind of platforms, we've always got to be sensitive in what we say and things like that, not just blabber. Even though I think Azra did say, right, sometimes she just wants to rant it out.
Yes.
But she has to control.
Yes, correct.
All right, that's very important, especially for those of you who are tuning into TRAXXfm right now. Our topic today, women influencing change, talking to Azra Rahman, social media influencer on W Talk. And well, getting to more of the questions right here, Azra. What strategies do you use to respond to feedback or criticism from your audience? I'm sure we've had a lot of cases these days, you know, and somebody just lets out, and it can hurt your feelings sometimes.
Yes, correct.
How do you tackle these issues?
I just mute, block or unfriend them.
Oh,
Just
straight
kidding.
to the point.
Just kidding.
Okay, no,
I think it depends on the criticism.
Okay.
If it's really my fault, I would normally remove the content.
Okay.
I am open for criticism, but not for baseless argument.
There you go.
If it is structured comment,
Okay.
I accept it with open heart. But if it is meant to start a fight, I normally ignore them.
Okay.
And if they still harass me after I ignore them to the point they DM me or contact me to my phone number,
Okay.
I block them. No police involvement so far.
There you go. Now you know why I told you that Azra is a very bubbly person. Well, there you go. That's very important, you know, characters, especially when you're in social media and when you have your friends around you, being bubbly and hiding away your sad feelings or your irritated feeling. That's a different ball game altogether.
Yes,
So
yes.
when you're live, it's a different Azra.
Yes, correct.
But do not harass her. Do not, comments. Yes. I've even had some people, whenever I put up a comment and whenever I go live on the mic and probably my pronunciation is wrong, especially we have a lot of followers, not only in Malaysia, but around the world.
I see.
And one of our followers just happened to be from Italy. And I did say something in an Italian word and I got it wrong. And he corrected me on X. So I took it as a learning platform
Yes, correct.
because somebody from actually Italy, a real Italian, to give you the right way
right
of
way.
pronouncing it. So that's amazing. So sometimes you got to look at it a little bit more positive.
Correct.
Kan,
Yes,
Azra?
correct. Yes.
Right, but as I said, do not touch on sensitive topics,
Yes,
the
correct.
3R and things like that. And the most upmost of all, do not hurt the person's feeling, especially when you're not happy with the influencer. Do not just let it out on them because you must
Not-
understand there's also a human being on the other side.
Do not cyberbully.
Yeah, that's another thing that YB Fahmi Fazil will be bringing up in the parliament. I did mention that earlier on in our show and how it is very important about that particular point. Social bullying, what is this?
Cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying. Yeah. Now, Azra, how do you measure the impact and effectiveness of your content? How do you gauge your audience that, oh, okay, I've got this amount of people that's listened to me and, participating?
Okay, as a social media person, of course, via shares and likes, right?
Okay.
But that's not necessarily the case for my audience. Since I build my relationship daily with my followers, they prefer to engage via reply.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes through IG story, sometimes they DM me to engage related to the content.
Right.
So I prefer those ways too.
Then-
Sometimes brands of the same niche of product I review would approach me to offer their product for review as well. I feel happy because brand could see my potential and capabilities to share about their brands.
All right.
Yes.
And so that's that's Azra's explanation on how does she measure the impact, all right,
Yes,
of
correct.
what you have presented on a social media platform. So very interesting topic, as I said, talking to Azra Rahman, social media influencer on W Talk, Women Influencing Change. Okay, we're going to take a short song break and we'll be back for more chatting with Azra and all the interesting things that she has, or journey that she's been through as an influencer. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. Hey, hi, very good morning. It's Gilbert here, back again on W Talk. As you know, different days with different themes on momentum. And on Tuesday, today's edition, the 23rd of July, W Talk, Women Influencing Change. We are talking to our guest in the studio, Azra, as a social media influencer. Earlier part of the show, Azra did explain to us on where she started. It was in 2003 as a person behind the social media platform. And then all the challenges that she's been through. We've also having interesting topics off air, talking to Azra, and the strategies that she has used to get feedback, criticism from audiences, interesting topics that she had, and how did she brush away all those negative vibes and always keep it positive in her blogs and of course being as a social media influencer. So Azra, we're going to get into more of our top questions here right now. Azra, how do you stay informed about the changes and developments, especially in your particular field?
Okay, since I am more active on Instagram, that's fairly easy.
Okay.
I just have to follow the right people, such as content strategists and Instagram experts, because they are amazingly fast.
Okay.
Very quick to get updates and latest trend from them. I actually prefer Instagram more than other platforms because it's easier to keep track. I don't want to be on all platforms, and in the end, I couldn't serve and give value to all since different platforms cater different audience, right?
Right, correct.
Besides, it's easier to keep track when focusing on fewer platforms.
Ah.
Yes.
So that's the explanation from Azra. Azra, how about skills and knowledge probably a woman should have if they want to succeed as an influencer just like you?
Okay, I would say communication, common sense, and editing skill will be helpful.
Okay.
Communication-wise, you don't necessarily have to talk on camera or like that.
Okay.
It's more about the message delivery.
Okay.
It can be copywriting or storytelling. The message you want to deliver must reach your target audience. Then it would be easier to influence others.
Right.
For common sense, you need to avoid talking about things that can ruin your image or make people dislike you, hence avoid you. So you need to be more careful too. It's not about being fake, but it's more like being cautious when doing things or giving statement.
Right. So
Yes.
in the wholesome, stop being plastic. Yeah.
Yes.
Plastic people, brush them
Yes.
off. Okay.
And as for editing skills, it will be very helpful to deliver your message better. Currently, all the editing skills are easy to learn. Back then, I actually spent time on YouTube learning about editing skills and finding editing apps. But now we have Canva and CapCut that can edit in a blink of eyes.
There you go. So there's so many out there, so many editing skills and things like that, which actually beautifies
Yes.
the podcast or probably whatever you're talking about. So that's very important, just to have a little skills on that one there. Also, how do you see the influencer landscape evolving in the coming years, in the future? What do you bayangkan? What do you feel that's going to happen?
Okay, I feel like there will be more social media influencers, more short videos, and even more podcasts. Influencer will be among the earliest to deliver or discuss current information. But personally, it all depends on how you position yourself, what type of content you want to do.
Right.
Sometimes it's good to ask yourself what value you want to give others before you start. What type of influencer you want to be. So I actually value and appreciate influencers who are consistent in providing values to their niche. Like if it's cooking, they keep on giving easy recipes and delicious menus. If it's makeup, they share tips and advice. In return, people are inspired from the clean, useful contents.
Right.
As an influencer with a crowd, you are responsible to spread positivity, not hatred.
Yeah,
Yes.
very important. So if you happen to be one of those who just love to be cyberbullying, jaga-jaga sikit, eh? Okay. Thank you so much, Azra. Azra, are there any new projects or initiatives that you are excited about? Now we just book out the rahsia from Azra.
Okay, this is new for me this year.
Okay.
I've been an obese for so long, and I gained a lot of weight since I got married and gave birth.
Okay.
So I found the urgency to improve my life and get healthier this year, considering my age and my love for my family.
Right.
So I am currently on, I call it Kurus for Real project, where I help people to get back in shape.
Okay, Kurus for real.
Yes.
Oh, nice one. That's so catchy.
Yeah, I mostly target moms who have given up from spending a lot of ways to lose weight.
All right.
I'm excited about this project along with the knowledge I gain throughout making this project comes true.
Okay.
And I'm happy to add new audience to my Instagram too, because I learn a lot from my audience all the time.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So there you go. It's always a two-way communication. It's not
correct.
just you alone, but it's also on how do you receive
Yes,
information
correct.
there.
Yeah.
Azra, any last words that you would like to leave our listeners here who are, I think, glued on to the radios?
I see. If you love social media, it's a good opportunity for you to grow, actually, to make money, because I think we cannot avoid social media this day.
Oh, yes.
So
Definitely not.
if you are keen to be a social media influencer, just do it. You have to start building your audience right now.
Nicely said.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you so much, Azra Rahman. We've been talking to Azra with regards to today's topic, Women Influencing Change. Azra Rahman, who is a social media influencer on W Talk Momentum. Thank you so much, Azra.
Thank you for having me today.
All right. We always welcome to join us here on the show. Thank you so much once again to our listeners. It's a build-up to the midday news. I'll be back in a bit. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.